All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Coach Basics, the second call, the second and the last call. This is obviously being recorded for those of you that cannot join, but for those of you that have joined, thanks so much for coming on tonight. I know, getting on a call at night after work and everything else and dinner is definitely shows a lot of commitment. So tonight, me, Shannon, I see Diana's on, Lindsay, Tammy, Tracy, we're going to talk about challenge groups, how to kind of get it up and running, and we're going to go over like Facebook, giving you guys, just tips and info on like posting and pictures and all that kind of fun jazz. Shannon, do you want to start off with kind of going over like how you invite to challenge groups, if you like do like event invites, that kind of stuff?
Sure. I do it a couple of different ways. I think the best way for me, and it kind of changes, and that's good. So that just kind of depends on the month, I guess. But I use a lot of invites through the event page. So it's really easy to create those. You just go in and create an event. And then the good thing about it is you can be posting in that event group every day. Just a little bit about maybe some of the recipes that people would see, some of the explanations about the meal plan that we use, maybe some sneak peeks into the videos that's going to show you.
I'm going to just show them an example, and you can
that's great.
Talk and walk along.
Okay. And it just gives people an idea of what a challenge group is going to look like. So that's some of the best success that I have had when I have invited a lot of people to an event. And then you can post, things like Rose is showing you there. And that way they get an idea of what it is that these programs are like, what it is that they're going to be eating, what it is that you're going to be doing. Plus, they're kind of getting a taste of what a challenge group is going to look like. Because I try to do mine similar to the way I do my challenge groups, with recipes and fitness tips and things like that. So, Rose is showing you some great things there that's very similar to some of the things that I've done. And that's just a great way to invite. I also use Facebook Messenger a lot, just because I'm already in Facebook connecting with people. And there's nothing better than just a direct invite from you with people that you've been connecting with. And, it doesn't have to be anything that's you really have to put a lot of thought into. It can be, hey, I've started doing this. I'm having a new group that's starting up, and it's a great community of women. We're all focused on getting healthy and, getting fit, or whatever, you're really wanting to focus in on. Just thought of you. Does this sound like something you'd be interested in? So those are the biggest ways that I invite, is the events. Of course, I'm always sharing that I'm having a challenge group coming up, but sometimes I don't use the word challenge group because people don't know what that is. So I say like a fitness accountability or something along those lines, just so that people aren't confused as to what in the world is a challenge group. And then I have, some little picture that's got the date, when it starts, those kind of things. And then if they're interested, I have them to like, comment, or message me. And that way, if they're liking it, they may not have actually read all the content, but if they're liking it, since I put that in there, I feel like I'm not being too pushy or salesy if I reach out to them by message and say, hey, I saw that you liked my post about my upcoming challenge group, just talking about how excited I am with what I do, and share just a little bit about what it is. Does this sound like something that you would be interested in? Or are you just showing support? I always kind of throw that in there. And then sometimes I say, yeah, I would like more information, or they say, I'm just showing support. And then I just kind of let them know how much I appreciate it, because putting yourself out there is not easy. And just kind of keep that dialogue open with that person, just to let them know that you appreciate them supporting you. And you're just planning group things.
Sorry, it cut out at the end. Did everyone else not hear that too? Shannon, what did you say at the end?
I was just saying that that's how I do most of my challenge group invites, is by doing the events. When you're private messaging somebody, that they can like, comment, or message you, And if they like it, then you can reach out to them, and then you're not being real salesy or pushy, and just let them know that let them know a little bit about it. Let them know that you appreciate their support. See if it's something that they're interested in, and if not, then just let them know that you appreciate the support, and it just keeps that line of communication open with that person. So hopefully in the future, if they are ready, they'll remember you.
Cool. Great info. And I use the event invites to invite to my challenge groups. Challenge groups are great because it gives people a date to order by, right? Because you can be posting your stuff on Facebook and motivating people and showing like your workouts and your shake and, just sharing your story with people. But unless you have a date or a challenge group, something to actually invite people to, they kind of linger, right? They're kind of like, oh, I'll wait, or, closing with them doesn't make too much sense. You need to have that challenge group, that date for them to say, all right, I'm going to commit because my challenge group's starting. Like, this week is, next week is prep week. And the week after that, we're starting day one with our program. So challenge groups are really definitely like the bread and butter, the really big like connective tissue that we have as coaches to really actually help people and get people results. So I do it the same way as Shannon. I do event invites on Facebook. Really simple. Just go to Facebook and you click, I'll show really quickly. So doing an event invite on Facebook for me is always easier on my computer. You can still do it on a phone. It just kind of, I think, takes a little bit more time. All right. So I think it's my computer that might be a little bit slow. But on the left-hand side here, you'll see events. If you just click on it, right up top at the right-hand side, you'll see create event. You're just gonna click create event, and you want to create a public event. And write this stuff down because you're probably gonna forget. Create a public event. If you create a private event, that only means the people that you add to that event will see it. So the reason you want a public event is everyone can see that event, right? We want the most eyes on our stuff. The more people eyes that see it, the more people that will join. So say like Susie joins your event and Susie's friend Melissa sees that she joined the event, she might want to join Susie as well. So keep it public because even people that you don't invite to that, people like your friends will be able to see that the event exists. So even if you don't invite them, they still might want to click on it, or even when you post in the event, they can still see that stuff. So it's really good just to get everyone's eyes on your stuff. So you're gonna create a public event. And then the next thing it's gonna ask you to do is, do an event photo. I make mine on PicMonkey.com. It's absolutely free. There is a version where you have to pay for it, but you can just do the free version, or you can just do Google and find like a motivational quote, right? And put that for your event photo. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Event name, you can come up with like a fun name for like New Year, New You, or I don't know, maybe something for Valentine's Day. I'm not really that creative with names. Or like fit for the fall. I know it's not the fall, but come up with a little catchy name like that to kind of grab people's attention, right? Location, I always put, at your home and just, where is it? You'll just see the little bubble at the bottom and you can just click on just use your home because we don't want to use other people's address. And then your start date. You want to make sure that you have at least 2 weeks in advance before you send out your event invite so you can kind of promote it, post in there and also post on your page and invite people to this. So if today's the 16th, like I'm going to probably post mine tonight or tomorrow night. You can do it for Monday the 30th. Mondays are always definitely the best to start because everyone kind of, has a fresh start to their week. So either, if you wanted to do one this week, an event invite, I would send it out for either the 30th or for February 6th for your challenge group to actually be starting. And then in the description, you just want to really tell people a little bit about you, and you don't want to Beachbody vomit on people, meaning like you don't want to just like describe the 21-day fix or describe PiYo, because everyone's going to be doing something a little bit different, because not everyone's going to do PiYo, not everyone's going to do the 21-day fix or Country Heat. And yeah, you can have different people doing different programs. It's still working out, it's still drinking your shake, and it's still eating a healthy, portion controlled meal. So I will put my descriptions that I use into the Coach Basics, and I'm sure Shannon will also add in what she uses for her description. And you could just copy and paste it. Like a lot of this stuff you can take from us, from your upline coach, from anyone on our team, and just use it as your own. If I tell a little bit of a story in that description about me, about, how I struggled, then you're going to insert your story. Whether it's 3 sentences, you want to be not brief, but you don't want to overwhelm people. So just give people the little nuggets that they need, that it's going to be, working out for 30 days. You're going to help to support them, and you're going to actually eat whole food so that they get the right nutrition, plain and simple. And then you're going to click create. And I'm not going to do that because that's not all set. But then it's going to look something like the one that I showed before for my past group that I ran. Here it is. This is my one for the health bet. New Year health bet. You want to invite 500 people. That's the max. The max is what you want. If you invite 100 people, you're not going to get that many people interested. You always, like I said, the more eyes on your things, the more people that you invite, the more people will say yes. And then the more people that will join your challenge group, and the more people you're just talking to, even if all those people don't join. And same with mine. Like a lot of people say that they're going, but not all of them join, but at least it gets that conversation started. And then I post in this at least once a day, whether it's like a shake recipe. Before and after pictures are always a hit. What else did I post in here? I posted about the containers, how they work. I posted about the yo-yo diet cycle. I posted, who doesn't like pizza? Everyone liked this one. One after about Shakeology. And if you don't have your own before and after picture, if you just started, obviously, go on our team page. This is Amanda. She's from our team. You can use hers and then use her story as well. That's absolutely fine. So that's how I get my event invite set up. And then obviously you want to be posting about this event invite on your personal page too. So, the more, the better, just so that people can see what you're doing, right? Like if I have a party and I don't tell people the time or that I'm even having a party, who's going to join, right? I'm going to get all dressed up, all fancy, cooking food. And if I didn't send out the invitations, no one's going to come to my party. Same thing with your challenge group. If you don't tell people, if you don't send out an invitation, if you don't follow up with people, how many people, when you send out your wedding invitations, did you actually have to be like, hey, listen, are you coming to my wedding or not? Because I need to, whatever. Same thing with this, right? It's the same kind of concept. You have to follow up with people too. Even if they're interested, people don't follow through. It's our jobs as coaches to follow through with people because they're looking to us to support them on their health and fitness journey. If we're not going to take that step to follow up with them, then they're probably going to be like, how is she going to help support me when she's not even reaching back out to me? How is she going to get me through 30 days of the 21-day fix? So that's pretty much how I do my challenge groups. A lot of people, I would say, on our team do the event invites. They post. You can send out emails or text messages, but I would say doing the event invite is definitely the best way. And I think Diana is on the phone, is on the call too. Diana, can you talk for a sec? What's your way of inviting people to a challenge group? What's your best way?
Oh, the same exact thing. Same exact thing that you guys just all said, the events and posting in them. And posting on your page. And when I got comfortable, because it was scary at first, personally messaging people.
Yeah, I mean, I think personally messaging people is a must.
Yeah.
And kind of like what Shannon was saying too, if people like any of your posts, even if it's not like a workout post, even if it's just like a family post, reach out to them and say hi. You're not gonna, if it's a family pic, you're not gonna message them and say, hey, do you want to join my challenge group? No. You want to say, hey, thanks so much for liking my pic. I really appreciate that. How's your family doing? Like, you're just opening up the door with people. But if it is a workout pic, then I would say, hey, thanks so much for liking my workout pic. Like, are you doing something for the new year do you have any New Year resolution goals or something like that? So definitely private message people with your Facebook post and see who liked and who commented on it, right? We're not just posting on Facebook just to post. We're posting for a purpose to reach out to people. So definitely reach out to people.
And friends and family, I was going to say, a lot of the people in the very beginning that actually started to grow my business from the beginning was the people that were closest to me, like in person, not so much on Facebook. So talk, at people at work or your closest friends that you're doing this, like, hey, just like do this with me, like, join me, like try a round of this with me. Let's do it together, don't be afraid to talk about it.
No, I do that like all the time, especially in the weekends. Like this past weekend, we went to like a 30th birthday party, and I friend requested everyone that was there the next day. And I didn't really, I talked about Beachbody if they brought it up to me. But it's a great way just to start connecting with people, start relationships with people, and meet people you don't know, right? Because you want to be growing your network on Facebook too. The more eyes, the more people that are going to join you. And wear and share, kind of like Diana was saying a little bit too. Like if you have like a Shakeology shirt, or like when you send in your before and after pics. So Shannon has her Shakeology bottle. Take that everywhere, even if it doesn't have your Shakeology in it. Put water in it, whatever. Carry around if it's empty. People will ask you. People will come up to you. I was at Hobby Lobby like before like Christmas. There's Shannon. She has her Shakeology shirt on. I have my Team Mariah shirt on. You really can't see it from far away. But I went to Hobby Lobby. I had a shake shirt. There's Diana. Bring your little lunch thing to work. I had my shake shirt on, and someone said, "Oh, do you do Shakeology?" I was like, "Whoa!" Like I wasn't even really paying attention. It was the holidays. I was like going crazy, and I got her contact information. I don't think she didn't get anything yet, but I follow up with her every single month. I say, hey, how are you? What's going on in your life? I think like last month someone actually died. So, I'm not going to obviously like push her to get in my challenge group or Shakeology or anything, but just kind of keeping in touch with people because she was asking about Shakeology obviously for a reason and gave me her contact information for a reason. So I'm going to be the one that follows up with her. So definitely wear stuff. People will ask you about it. I think that's the simplest, easiest way that you can do two things at once. Everyone goes out, everyone grocery shops, everyone's taking their kids to school or doing something. So might as well kind of get a 2-for-1, right? Anyone have any questions or want to add anything about challenge groups, how to invite people, how to set up an event invite? Hands, or you can unmute yourself. No? Okay. And me, I'll put like my description in the page, in the Coach Basics page, so you can just pretty much copy and paste my description too. The next topic that we wanted to talk about was Facebook, because Facebook is like my jam, and I think is pretty much our entire team's jam, and that's really how we share our story with people and how we connect with people. So I have just kind of a list that I just wrote down of things that you want to be aware of on Facebook. So you want to be posting at least 2 to 3 times per day. The best times to post are 9 a.m., noon, and I would say 8 to 9 at night. And the reason being is at those times, 9 a.m., noon, and 8 to 9 p.m. at night, is that's when most people are on. So at 9 a.m., most people are kind of like getting to work. They're kind of checking Facebook. Noon is when people are having lunch. They're checking Facebook again. And then at night is usually when people like veg out on the couch watching TV. They have their phone in their hand or their iPad or whatever. So when you post at those times, those posts are going to get the most views. If you say post at 2 a.m., no one's going to see it, and it's going to pretty much be like a dead post, meaning it's going to go on Facebook, it's going to go on your wall, but no one's going to see it there because it's 2 a.m. And then Facebook is not going to put it up on the news feed. So Facebook has an algorithm. So not all of your friends, when you post something, not everyone sees it. So Facebook has this algorithm that says, all right, how many people liked it? What time is it? How did her last post do? Did this person like or comment on her previous post? And that's how they know, and that's how their equation goes to who they're going to send your post out to. So for example, like tonight I did like a live video kind of on the fly. And live video is absolutely scary. I think I said about 500 times. I think I stuttered a lot too, and it was not perfect. Your posts don't need to be perfect. People view your page to view you, right? And you don't want to look like a perfect person because no one can relate to a perfect person. So I did my not so great video, but people get to see live videos a lot more than just a post. So with that algorithm that Facebook does, video goes higher up on the news feed, then pictures, and then a post with no pictures, and I would say it doesn't get too much too high up on the news feed because there's no video or no picture with it. So anytime you post, make sure you at least have a video or a picture that go with it so it gets higher up on that news feed. A live video is going to be way better than just a recorded video. And then make it be a view. And what I mean about that is you are not Beachbody. You are not the 21 Day Fix. You are not Autumn Calabrese. So if you post a picture of Autumn Calabrese on your page, people are going to be like, all right, who's this chick, right? Like they see your name, but like they're like, who's this lady? And it's going to come off salesy, right? If you say, here's a 21 Day Fix, it's on sale now for whatever. It's 30 minutes per day and it comes with these color-coded containers. Like no one really wants to see that on their Facebook page. People see enough of things being sold. But what they want to see is your face. When people see a selfie, and believe me, when I first started, I never did a selfie before. I never posted on Facebook. But when people see you, they know it's real, right? They feel it's genuine. And when you share your story, how you're working out every day, you're showing up every single Monday, regardless if you got sleep the night before because your kid was keeping you up or whatever the story is. That's what people can relate to. So in your Facebook posts, make sure it's at a good time. And another way that you can check a good time to post is right in this like left-hand column. You see where it says more contacts and there's a number. Whoops, there we go. And this is at like 1:33. That's a really high time, meaning a lot of people are on Facebook right now. So during your day, just like check randomly what this number is, and eventually you'll get to see what time is good for you to post. So maybe like 8 o'clock might be better for you versus 9 at night. And you'll just have to see because everyone kind of, has a different network of friends. Like a lot of my friends are athletic trainers. So, I could probably post a little bit later in the morning because most of them don't go to work a little bit later. Or, if you're friends with a lot of night owls, 9 to 10 o'clock might be a little better. So always check this to see when it's high time. When you have a lot of people on there, that is a really good time to post. And night times are really good times to post about your event, your challenge groups, just because a lot of times people are like, especially on Sunday or Monday nights are really good times. People are sitting at home, they're feeling crappy about what they ate over the weekend. They see your post, they get inspired, they get motivated. And make sure you also have what's called a call to action. If you ever see that like in our team page, CIA or CTA, call to action. So at the end of your post, you're going to tell people what to do. Comments if you're interested in this group. Click like if you are, looking to get healthy and fit. Or, post below your favorite holiday recipe. I don't know. So you want to tell people what to do in your post. If you are just, giving some motivation and leaving it at that and not telling people, my challenge group starts on January 30th. Comment below if you are wanting some more information about this. If you don't tell people that, or tell people, hey, message me if you want more information, then people don't really know what to do. So definitely have a call to action at the end of your post telling people what you should be doing. Another tip for Facebook is have your pictures clean, meaning if you have too much wording, or if you have like too many pictures in one thing, it's really hard for people to focus. So if you think about it, if you're on your phone and you're scrolling, you have like not even 3 seconds, probably like 1 second to make an impression on people. So when people are scrolling and they have to like, zoom in on your picture because there's too many pictures to really see everything clearly, or if it's not a clear picture, meaning like if it's not good lighting, or if there's like too many words covering it and they can't see it, people are just going to scroll right past it. You don't have to spend hours and hours just on your pictures, but I would say take a few minutes to really just clean them up and keep them simple. I say the simpler, the better. Like, Amanda's before and after picture here. 2 pictures are great. 4 pictures, I would say, is good. Going more than 4 pictures, I think, is complete overload. And then also, like, if you're doing words, just make sure it's not covering things up and keeping it simple. Sometimes really just a simple selfie goes a long way, even with no words on top of it. So some of my favorite apps, so you can make your pictures brighter, clearer, and add words to them, is Aviary, Aviary. And I think I can actually, give me 1 second. I can share my
Rose.
screen with you. Yes.
The pic I posted today, this is Christina.
Hi,
Is
Christina.
that okay?
The one with your before and afters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave, actually, we were eating dinner and he's like, wow, Christina's doing really awesome. I'm like, yeah, I know. Next time, the only thing, I just wouldn't have like that pink background in the middle, and just make your pictures a little bit bigger. But yeah, I think like 4 pictures are great. Like, like a side view and like a front view.
Okay.
And just, do,
Don't do the, okay.
yeah, like don't do a background or anything. Just do the pictures
Just
bigger.
basic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep it basic. Like a wall, like a lot of people used to do like the wallpaper, like with their pictures.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, don't do that. That, like people can't focus on that kind of stuff. It's just too much going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. No problem. All right. I'm going to try and share my phone for a second. Let's see if this is going to work. All right, we got it. Okay, so the Aviary, Aviary, is really good. Can you guys see me moving my mouse over it? Yeah, okay, cool. My second favorite one that I probably use every day is called WordSwag. It is like the simplest way to add words to pictures. And they even like give you pics if you want to use theirs, but I'll just show an example. Let's see. Motivation Monday. And there's all different types of ways that you can have it, all different types of pictures or colors. Click save, and then bam, you got a nice clear photo with some words on top of it. Photofy is really good, and Picstick are really good. Picstick is the one that I like to use, Christina, for like before and after pictures, because you get like these boxes here. So if I wanted to do like just 2 pictures for a before and after, I can just put one in here. Or if I wanted to do like the 4 pics that you did, you can choose that one and then put your 4 pics in there. And I would say those 3 are like my top ones that I go to. I do use Lapsit, which makes my videos go faster, but I would say it's not absolutely necessary. Like I said, live videos are way better. And then Photo Editor is really good too, to make your pictures look good and bright. So even if you don't have good lighting in your house, use Photo Editor or use Avery, and it will make your pics look way brighter so people can actually see them when you're posting.
Makeda wants to say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. There you go, okay? I'm mute now. Okay, bye, baby.
Diana or Shannon, did you have any apps or anything about what I talked about or wanted to add with Facebook?
Actually, when you were talking, I was sitting here adding those to my phone because I've never used those.
What do you use?
Typically, the ones I use are for my pictures. Most of the time, it's Photify. And it has, I can't share my phone because I don't have a Mac and an Apple stuff, but it also has some templates of words that are already created, and it does have a section that is more fitness related, and you can just select that, change the color of them, and put them on top of your pictures, which is kind of cool. You can do collages in that as well, and it's pretty easy to change. You can add text, and you can change the font and change how it looks, change the colors, those kind of things, and it's a free app. And then for my videos, I use something called Viva Video. It's a free app as well, and you can edit them, you can put clips together, you can add text to your video at different times. It just takes a little bit of playing with to learn how to use it, but it's pretty easy. So you can add stickers to it, you can have down the bottom what program you're doing or your email address or something like that. But that's typically what I've been using.
Dana, what apps do you use?
I literally use PicsArt for everything. That's it. That's all I use. Maybe I need to upgrade.
No, if it works for you.
Because you could do collages, you could do the words, you can do, that's really all I do is collages and words. I try to keep it simple. And to really, do a picture. I'm working on that. I'm working on putting that value into the post now. So that's all I use.
Cool. Good. Shannon, did you have anything about Facebook that you wanted to add, or Diana?
Not that I can think of. One thing that I have been doing, my people tend to get lost when I add new people. I add new contacts and stuff like that, and I don't know what to do with them because I'm afraid I'm going to lose contact with them or just going to get lost in the shuffle. So one thing I've been doing is as I send friend invites to people, let me see, I'm still learning how to share my screen and all that kind of stuff. But what I do is when somebody sends, I send them a friend invite and they accept. Let me go to my home page. Like for instance here, I just go up here to my little friend icon. Can you see my screen? Did I do it right? Okay. I just click on this, and then so she sent me a friend request. But if it's here where they have accepted my friend request, I click on this, and I click on the person. That takes you to their page, and then right here, I click on Add to Another List. Let me close down these. And then I just create one for every month. So, whoops, sorry. I'm still learning to use my new computer too. So right here, I've got January 2017. So that way, any new friend that I've added in January of 2017, they're on that list. And then you can go to your home and go to your friends lists. And then you can click on whatever list it is. So if I wanted to connect with the people that I have added in January, for instance, you can just go down to wherever that group is. But you can just select here at the top. And that way, only those people that you have added, of course, there's nobody showing up here, they're going to show up there. So that way you can just connect with those people and just those people. That way they're not getting lost. Like here, this is just going to be posts from people that I added in September. So I can just quickly go through and connect with those people. So that just helps me to have a way of keeping all of these new friends organized a little bit better. And I'm still struggling with coming up with a good way to track everybody, whether that be coaches, whether that be customers, or new contacts. This is just something that's been easy for me to do while I'm in Facebook already. I can just quickly go through, see who accepted my friend request, and put them in a list. And then they're there, and then hopefully once I get better with my tracking, whether it's a notebook or whatever, is going to work, then I can quickly and easily move them all. So.
Yeah, that's really great advice, because what you'll see happen is you're going to become friends with a lot of Beachbody coaches, like Beachbody coaches on our team. And then that's all you're going to see in your news feed. And you're going to be like, what's going on? Everyone's a Beachbody coach. No, Beachbody just sees that you're talking to these people all the time. And that's what they're going to show you on your news feed. So by making those lists for separate people, whether it's new friends or people you went to high school or college with, Facebook will usually know what college you went to, so they usually make that list for you. Facebook is really smart. But it's a great way to just make sure that you are commenting and liking on your new people stuff, because it's all about connecting with new people. If you don't add any new people from this point on, you're not going to be growing your network, and you're going to be talking to the same people. So when I first started, I think I had like 400 friends on Facebook, and I'm I think almost at 2,000. So you're allowed 5,000 friends total on Facebook. So I definitely have 3,000 more to go. But I would say definitely you want to add at least 5 friends per day if you're doing the minimum. Maximum, I would do 20 friends per day. Just because the more you're growing your network, the more people that are there that you can invite and talk to and connect with, and people that can see your story. So, this really is about kind of like batting averages. Like there is a percentage of, if you only have 100 friends, and you invite 50 to your challenge group, you probably won't even get one person interested. It's just not enough people. So definitely at least add 5 friends per day. And the easiest way that you can do that is just go to your page on Facebook, click on friends, and then it will say find friends right here. And then it'll, tell you people that you may know, or you can search by hometown, current city, high school. What I like to do is I'll go to my best friend's page, and then I'll look at her friends, and then I'll see if there's any friends that she has that we don't, but that we have a lot of mutual friends with, right? So I've done this a lot of times with her. So, all right, well, Kathleen, we have 37 mutual friends. Do I know her? Maybe, maybe not. But I say if we have more than 6 friends in common, I'm sending you a friend request. I'm not spamming them. I'm making sure that I'm connecting with them. I'm liking on their stuff. That way you build relationships with people. So network marketing back in the day was pretty much face-to-face, right? So Avon was face-to-face. But in the new day and age, it's Facebook. And with Facebook, you can connect with a lot of people. So if you really want to grow your business, grow your Facebook page, definitely I would say anyone that you have 6 or more mutual friends in common with are fair game. And, if people are like, why are you friending me? Just say, hey, I saw, we have mutual friends in common. I thought it'd be really great to connect with other moms in the area. Or, hey, I saw you were friends with Lauren. I'm not sure if you work with her, but, I wanted to connect with other people that she knows, or that live in Sayreville, or that went to Rowan University, or that went to Sayreville High School. whatever, whatever is connecting you to that person. And you can always tell if you just go to their page, where they're from and all that kind of stuff. So there's always really something that you can connect to people with and start a conversation with them. Let's see, what else did I want to make sure? Oh yeah, so with your 3 posts per day, you definitely want to jazz it up a little bit. And what I mean by that is kind of like changing the topic. So like, usually for me, like my morning posts are always my workout posts. Maybe in the afternoon, I'll share a recipe, or I'll share a picture of my dog, or I'll share, like today I did my personal development. Then at night you can do like your challenge group post or a before and after picture. So you definitely want to have different topics. And I think we did that last week where we asked you guys, of your 5 like main topics that you can talk about on Facebook. And a lot of people, I was looking for my calendar, but they do like a calendar where like, all right, on Monday, I'm going to talk about this, this, and this. On Tuesday, I'm going to talk about this, this, and this. That way you're rotating it, right? That way you're not talking about Beachbody 24/7, but that people are seeing other parts of your life, whether you're a mom or you like to craft or you like to drink wine on the weekends or you like to go to wineries. Like, people are going to connect with you, not just based on your workouts and that kind of stuff, but they want to know other things about you that they can, connect with you on. So don't be afraid to get a little vulnerable, even if you're having a bad day. Like, you don't want to be posting negative stuff, but if you're having a bad day, how did you make it better? Where was the learning lesson in your bad day? And I think, and that's great too, because that's just showing that you're a real person, that you're not perfect, but you're willing to work on it and you're growing. So, and I like to show that to people too with my personal development, is that I'm not the person that I was 4 years ago. I'm completely different because of what I've been able to do with growing myself and learning and, going to seminars and going to a Tony Robbins event and reading books. Like, definitely share that part too, because people want to be seeing like, all right, like Rose is really changing. It's not just working out and eating right, but like she's really changing what she's doing. And like, I see her doing all this stuff, and like people get really intrigued by that. So definitely don't be scared of sharing it. I know it's a little bit scary at first, but like with my video today, it wasn't great. It wasn't perfect, but it's out there, and I'm sure someone else can relate to it and hopefully get a nugget from it. Shannon, did you want to add anything else?
I think the biggest thing is just being consistent and being real with who you are. I know that, sometimes people try to portray this, they've got it all together on Facebook. But like Rose was saying, share your struggles, share things that you have overcome. It's okay to admit that it's not easy to always eat right, or, that today, like one day last week, I had been craving a cheeseburger for a week. So I went and I took my oldest son and we went on a date and I had a cheeseburger. But that's okay, and sharing things like that, because so often people think they have to go on a diet and it restricts what they can't have. But we're really creating a new lifestyle change. And so in that lifestyle, you can still allow yourself those things that you enjoy. If it's something that you really want, one bad meal, one bad day is not going to make or break you. And so just being able to share that and be real and let people know, hey, today I really struggled with my workout. Or today I really killed it. And I know that, because I've been working hard, it's paying off. I'm getting stronger. Just being real with who you are and what's going on, not just about Beachbody, but about your life. And we all have those different things that we can post about, because like Rose was saying, you are going to attract people that are like you. They're going to find something that they connect with, whether that be, something that you do, some interest that you have, or if, they just really like seeing the changes that they have seen you be able to make. If you have not listened to the National Wake Up Call today, I highly recommend going and listening to that. And it kind of talks about that. Bonnie Engel shares some of her story. And it just talks about how she was inspired as a little girl, by another little girl. And so I just kind of keep that in the back of my mind. That's what I want to be. I want to be that inspiration for somebody else. And I want somebody to be able to look at what I'm sharing and what I'm doing and be inspired. And it may take time. They're going to watch you for a while before they trust you. And I've had lots of people reach out to me and say, hey, I've been watching you for a while on Facebook. It may be 6-8 months before they actually make a comment or a like on your picture, and you have no idea that they've been watching you for that long. But I think so often people they've been sold to so much. There's so many different diets and so many different fads out there that they're just watching you to see how long is she going to stick with this. Is it something that really works? Is she really getting results from it? Is it something that she really does on a daily basis, kind of thing? So it's just building that trust with the people that are watching you.
Yeah, that was so true, Shannon, about, just being consistent with it. And even if you post something and like only your husband likes it because you took his phone and like it for him, I do that all the time. Sometimes I'll go like straight down in a row and people are like, wow, like Dave really went to town liking on your stuff. I'm like, no, that was just me. But that gets my post back up in the newsfeed. If you saw, I think like last week there was like when I first opened up the team page, it was 2 years ago, and someone commented on it and it literally brought it back up to the newsfeed, and people were like, oh, congratulations. I'm like, I've had that for 2 years, but people didn't realize that was from 2 years ago. Someone just brought it back up to the newsfeed because they posted on it. But what I'm saying is, if you only have 1 or 2 people liking your stuff, it's okay, because other people are seeing it, I promise. Sometimes people like to take a back seat. They don't comment, but in 3, 4, 5, 6 months, even a year, 2 years, 3 years, if you are continuous and you show up, people are going to trust you eventually. You just have to give them a good enough reason why they should trust you. And most of the time it's going to be, they just want to see you showing up every day. And if that's all you do, you're going to be great with this. So, like I said last week too, be here a year from today and be consistent with it. So whether it's 1 post per day, 2 posts per day, just be here a year. And those people that are watching you, you're going to be surprised when people start messaging you. You're going to be like, I had no idea that person was messaging me. They never said anything. They don't have to. So even if you're having a bad day and you're like, oh, that post really sucked, it might not have sucked. You might have gotten through to someone. So always, have that in the back of your mind that people are totally watching you. And it happens to me all the time. Diana, did you want to add anything before we open it up for questions?
My kids are still awake. I was going to say the same thing. I also did want to say that in the events that you create, and you invite the whole 500 people, every single person that clicks going, or even if they click interested, message them. Even if they just post in the group, like, because I get this sometimes. Is this a live event? Because I have work at that time. Like, they're confused of exactly what it is. Message them. Be on top of responding to people. But don't obsess about it all day either. Try to, that's another whole thing with focusing on
balance,
prioritizing your time pockets. Yeah, so that you're not all day worried about responding all day and letting it control your life. Be careful with that too. But when you do open up your Facebook to make responses, go into that event, especially in the beginning. I think that's really, when you first create the event, to consistently check anything that's happening in there, because any little click, any little question or curiosity, you want to get to them. You want to make sure they know that you're on top of it, and you're there to offer them whatever help you can and explain what it is that you have to offer. That was really it.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. And if someone does click or like something and you're like, I don't know what to say, what do I say next? Just reach out to your upline, reach out to one of us, and we can, work you through that conversation, word for word. Sorry, I didn't get water before I started. Questions, comments, anything about Facebook or challenge groups or event invites? Did we give you enough information to make your head spin? All right. I think we will call it a night. We still have a week left in Coach Basics. I think we just have, today until Friday left. So definitely keep watching the videos, do the action steps, right? Action is the main thing with this. And you can always go back, we'll leave that group open until the end. We'll keep that group open forever. So you can always kind of go back and rewatch things if you need to. All right, ladies, thanks for joining us tonight. And we have the team call tomorrow night at 8:30, same link as this as always. And we will see you then. Take care. Good night.